Trump gathered everyone and made an interesting statement regarding ending the war in Ukraine. The American leader commented on the threat of the war in Ukraine escalating into World War III.
Serov, and now more information in our report. My name is Yevhen Serov. This is the Glavred channel. Subscribe and give us a like. Let's get started.
Announcer: during a briefing at the White House, President of the United States Donald Trump once again stated that he has stopped 8 wars and that ending the 9th is still ahead. At the same time, he likely meant the war in Ukraine. According to Fox News, he stated that the aggressor country Russia and Ukraine have caused harm to the United States. And that's because the US has spent $350 billion on military aid to Kyiv. We are no longer spending any money. Now they are paying us through NATO. You know, I made NATO raise their contributions from 2% to 5%. That's very important. When you're president, you have to keep an eye on the world, because otherwise you'll get dragged into trouble. You'll get pulled into a world war, Trump added. The American leader also once again emphasized that if he had been president during Biden's term, the war would not have happened. And if he hadn't been elected to his current position, the war in Ukraine could have led to World War III. However, in Trump's opinion, that will not happen. When I first came in, I said, wow, this situation could lead to World War III. And I united NATO, brought everyone together, the politician emphasized. Glavriad wrote that, according to military expert and co-director of foreign policy programs, as well as coordinator of international projects at the Razumkov Center, Oleksiy Melnik, it is unlikely that the full-scale war will end in 2026. However, it should not be ruled out that Kiev and Moscow might be able to reach a ceasefire, with the most realistic scenario at present being along the line of contact. Earlier, Trump stated that for Putin, the war in Ukraine is difficult, as he has lost many soldiers, possibly even 1 million. The war is just as difficult for Ukraine. So now the war must be allowed to reach its logical conclusion. It also became known on the eve that America, under Trump's leadership, will not allow Russia to win, but will not pay for everything on its own either. Congress is in no hurry to approve multi-billion aid packages, and the president himself insists that the main financial burden should fall on Europe.